Actions speak a lot louder than words. Wise words when spoken are often seldom heard. Some sat in silence, oh so receptive. Corrupted power that still remains undetected. They're scared stiff, they're protected. Innocent civilians left scared and defenceless. Smoke bellows out, signalling the vengeance. When the eyes are fixed down on all of those burnt out spaces, remembering the places that the people called home, now left soaked in the blood where the soldiers still roam. Makes me sick, deep to the bone. Eyes fixed, they're wide shut when you can't really see, but bet you felt the fear that's made you sick to the gut. Prime time rhymes should have remained uncut, especially for lovely sluts with fine figure. The fake time with the tits are looking ready to bust. Was that too much? Am I talking double Dutch? Move your hand off your crutch, cause sometimes, yeah, just like you, yeah, I prefer a bit of rough cut diamond. Now to give a stowaway to a sunny desert island. You never can tell whatever's next on the horizon. Is it another uprising? That would be hardly surprising. It was prior to realising the final conclusion. Amidst all of the confusion, was it an optical illusion? The fear of getting caught. It was also sick and twisted, it was infamously debauched. Snapping the straps off of all of the metaphors, opening up imaginary doors. I'm spontaneously combusting like a thunderbolt sent down from the Norse god Thor. Life's not a bore, no, life's not a chore. When we take you on a journey, yeah, we take you on a tour. I'll give you more than what you bargained for. Rob from the rich to help care for the poor. Just warming up from the bottom up to the top. Ready to shock on the spot like a bomb blowing up, like a volcano that's ready to erupt. Climbing any hill and I'll climb in any mountain. Then I spray the lyrics like the water from a fountain. Screaming, shouting, oh there's no more doubting. Searching for the remedy, harmonizing over any random melody. Choose say, yeah, I guess I found the key when I put the words down to a song, singing it like hummingbird that moves its wings amidst the trees. I'm effortlessly flowing like poetry when it's easier if you learn to live free. Playing the part straight from the heart, or would you rather I go deeper, darker, harder and faster? Live a life without any more jokes, no more smiles and no more fucking laughter. Experience a natural disaster until I control your mind like a skull and bones master. Charging it up like a nuclear reactor. Running rugged over land with a turbocharged tractor. Writing the rhymes to track you down and then slap you. Are you ready for the real X Factor? Are you ready for the next chapter? Right about now, there's a story to be told. I'm opening up the book, it's time to let the pages unfold. Next thing you know, turning silver into gold. Shining colourful, like a rainbow. Riding rough, like a rodeo. Or I can roll smooth, just like a rodeo. I'm riding rough, like a rodeo. Or I can roll smooth, just like a Romeo. I'm ready to roll, I'm rolling around in the snow. I'm ready for whenever the wind begins to blow, like an Eskimo. If you don't know, best get to know. Don't ring me with a fasolati do. Solo. Ready to make your mind blow. Taking you up another level. Adjust the baseline, the mid-range and then the treble. Ready for whenever the dust begins to settle. I'm boiling hot like a kettle. Put the pedal down to the metal. Four-wheel drive as we steer. Crystal clear in your ear. Wipe your eye. Dry the tears. Forgive me if I sound sincere. But enough of taking advice from my peers. Been doing it for years and years and years. Decades. Money's been paid. Have I overstayed my welcome? It's no longer fun. I like to kick back, relax, look up at the sun. When the sun is in the sky and I can see it shining, I kick back, relax, I'm reclining. Wiggling a wine one time, holding your head up higher with pride, and then redeem your self-esteem and soldier through the hard times. Well, I've learned to read between the lines, because paying by credit just leads to paying off fines. And sometimes it feels like the blind are leading the blind. And while I guess yes, that's manufactured by design, a human turning into robots and shivers up my spine. What's yours is yours, what's mine is mine. Had enough of all of the dickheads who felt the need to waste my time. Gossiping gutter snipes, they're not wired up right, and they seem far more concerned with hating people out of spite. And most things in general, they don't appear to be running right. It's the bad moves that bring about all of the bad karma and unnecessary drama, and then it often plays a part, chips away at your brain, and it tries its best to break your heart, irrespective or regardless of any colour, creed or class. Just look into the future, try not to dwell upon the past. Fix up, look sharp, move quick, think fast. Riding along in my awesome car, my true traveller. I'm a mystical unraveller. I'm good at countdown and a top scrabbler. Easy does it. Solitude comes a virtue whenever delay in the day. Nobody seems to be listening to a word I say. When my features are stuck gaping in that cynical chill, and people just thinking it's a well-developed skill. When I'm laying in wait for another brave gallant rescue, there's an obnoxious posture, but I'm not trying to test you. Just looking through the tunnel and then channel these visions. When my eyes gaze wide open, fixed with random precision. Apparent independence confuses the age. Have I left this book open, or will I read every page? I'm insecure with these thoughts of another unexpected outcome. The experiences I've witnessed become acknowledged by someone. Subdued with this prospect of an infinite wealth is the belief of oneself, looking after oneself. Because in a system, we're all prisoners, it's hard to care or be kind. Understand the intellect of this intuitive mind. Capitalism, class distinction, begs the question, fact or fiction. If it's meant from a rich foundation, crop to the youth, got across these nation. Keep the globalisation, power the poor, but the world domination. Same things of a different angle. Lyrical whiskey, lyrical vandal, lyrical whiskey, lyrical wonder, bright light, the loud, the light, thunder mind. You don't stick the mind, you don't ponder mind, you ain't sick the mind, you don't chunder. We're taking you deep down under. Rolling like thunder. Love it like this, love it like that. Cut don't slack with a fin for the fat, white with the black. In actual fact, just take a step back, kick back, relax, what pounds on the garden roll. Yo, for the sleepy soul, do a good deed, some a good seed. Gotta learn from all of the books that we can read. When we sit together, there's still a chance we might endeavour, and a chance we might succeed. We're all human beings, when we cut, we bleed. Same way, don't be told any different, don't be led astray. X-ray vision. Rinsing out the mix of precision, a critical decision, a lyrical incision, this bits it with precision. Inside of the bits that are going to miss, when we hit that target, oh, we don't miss some coming in, Chris, love it like that, love it like this. Magnificent when there is no equivalent. Well, I don't need no government, anti-establishment, no prime minister, so why do we need the president when the evil is resident? May have lots of money, how they gonna spend? Well, I doubt they'll ever share it with their family and friend. We're ready to defend them from beginning to the end. We can be bad, bad be dread, dread be bad, boss to the head. We can be bad, be dread be boss to the head. So let me say it a bit like lead, that the first like a newly wet, let a bit, but then let's get spread. Over the good sex, I'm spinning her head into that spiral through the vortex. With a mental intellect, filling up like a supersonic jet, bang on target like an excess set, like a bomb, blowing up like a volcano that's ready to erupt. From the bottom up to the top, you with a cop with a shot with a spot. No more emotion beyond the gates of brutality. Only the lonely thoughts still governed by the fear. Slave master bureaucracy, that's the toast of authority. They're string puppets with power, still costing us dear. It's a glorified detention that fuels echo resentment. Followed by all of the watchers with those tomb-like eyes. Reflections in the mirror, they show a war-worn portrait with a fleeting wry smile for this system's disguise. Little significance tied to the number. Searching too hard for hope made tiresome to find. Paralysis of our future whilst we're prolonging that nightmare. Till the day when we wake up living free from the grind. Sweet scent of independence hits home like an arrow. Taste the finale of all the suppressing regime. Flying high like a bird over the walls of regression to fulfill the ambition that's been seen in a dream. Spellcast, a sweet coincidence. Come again, come again, come again, come again. It's time for the mix and blend. Ready to defend family and friends from beginning to the end. Sounds of the Chemistry and Storm. Sorry, DJ Storm. Chemistry, rest in peace. Smoke us, it's a sweet coincidence. Analysing the evidence, enchanted by the forest, I'm being guided by the footprints. Placed with a white innocence, smells of burning incense. Experimenting with instruments, creating positive influence. Time for the hocus pocus, so busy battling locusts. For the greedy bankers, the stockbrokers are still trying not to focus. Love is a magical potion, poetry's in motion. If you don't know who the old slope is, flowing like a dope kid. Just want to feel more at home. Well, I told that I love the tone. If it's written up in the stars, it doesn't mean it is set in stone. Taking a break from all of the fakes before any more mistakes get made. Even if I've tried my best and even when I've prayed, I spit the bars, I spit through atoms, to scope the future from afar. Begin again, heal the scars and I shine the light beyond the dark. Accuracy, bang on target, 180, like a dart. Arrow. Flying high like a bird in the sky, a little sparrow, even when the angle seems narrow. Don't get star-spangled, see through the angles. Don't dilly-dally, don't dangle, don't end up getting tangled. Turn into a wanker, NatWest banker. Shucking up his thing in the king in the ring and then we run the rhythm, run the rhythm. First name my gym, hitting the gym, pushing the weight, don't be late. Cause our world's a desired state, made out of love and not from hate. With a big of the river, you know it sound great. Don't hesitate, don't vacate. Don't let your mind enter into a state of insanity, cause it'll cause calamity. Enjoy your chaos, leave them rustling in the dust. Kick up the run bus, kicking up dust, yes. Big ting for boss. Don't get me nervous, don't get me vexed. This is how we ride, this is how we flex. Oh, we're left for all of the bereft ministerial puppets to hide, flailing efforts to rule by, conquer and divide. Doesn't take Albert Einstein for us to realise where all of the taxes go. Out to the conservatives, the rich elitists and co. Embracing the bad weather, we scope past the overcast fast, ready to bring all of the real people back together. Forget the indoctrination, remembering that love in the heart could be the healing of the nation, rising up above the hidden agenda. Capitalism isn't that big, the corruption isn't that clever, because these cannibalistic creatures, they've overexerted their powers. It's just become another means to an end of an empire that's collapsing like Babylonian towers. Populations of every nation, they're running out of room. Lands overfilled with the needless waste and all of the shit that we consume. So, it's time for us to try and tie up all the loose ends and breaking away from all of the fakes and the enemies. It's time to find my real friends, because that's where the real journey begins. I'm just going to see it through to the end and then try to begin again from scratch, from the start. Mummy recently requested that in case I got arrested, it may be best to write something funnier that could be a little easily digested. Well, normally that would be a walk in the park, but local yokels are too busy dogging the ministers in the dark. Fact remains, we're all still governed by money, but regardless of income, I'm still going to try and smile at all of the jokes getting bust when it's sunny. Until my humour becomes contagious, I let it backlash with karma to all of the outrageous rumours. I may even suggest an end, a trend, to all of your primitive jokes just like terminal fucking tumours. Fuck this police state and the hate-fueled bureaucracy. Let's use the best of whatever time is left to find a little bit of freedom and democracy. The socialist class that no longer seems to exist. Once upon a time there was a coalition, they also used to rule with a Nazi-fueled Eurozone fist. Because there's a failure to comprehend the bigger picture. And it continues to bleed what's left of the poor. It's making the corrupt rulers even richer. Here comes another worthy written scripture, with a plentitude of rude innuendo, building up to a crescendo of jokes that are bound to choke all of you stoners who forgot to blow out their own smoke. Because I'm just like a lion, and now I'm breaking free from the pride. When the cities come like a jungle, but now there's nowhere left to hide. 24/7, hidden cameras analysing, regardless of innocence, I guess they'll convict without compromise. So, it's time to comprise, word for the wicked, words for the wise. Let's open up the third eye, because now's our time to rise up and shine. Like a bird in the sky, let's spread your wings and fly. Little bit tongue-tied, but hold your head up high with pride, you know, redeem that self-esteem, just soldier on through the hard times. You know how we do. Got there in the end. Peace, love, unity and respect, my friend. Bless. One love.